Hey, how you guys doing? The weather is pretty good today, so we're gonna do some highway and some road driving, street driving. I don't know. Highway 7 is not really a street. It's kind of like a highway. So highway and smaller highway. The car gets up to speed very well. But since we're going to be getting off at the next exit, we won't have to do much merging. Also, thank you guys for showing a lot of love, you know, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, checking out the playlists. I do put some time and effort into these videos, so it's awesome seeing you guys really like it. Also, let me know what you want to see down in the comments below. You know, I'm kind of just trying whatever, see what happens. You know, see what works, see what people like to see. I think being a lot more informational on, like, you know, what's it like to day-to-day drive with FSD is very useful to maybe a few of you guys who are looking to get a Tesla, or maybe you have a Tesla and you want to subscribe to the $100 a month FSD subscription. Hopefully one day, you know, those prices drop. $100 a month is crazy. To a lot of people that might not be worth it, but if you drive a lot and, you know, driving is exhausting, you know, the $100 a month might be pretty worth it, especially when you know, you're not spending too much on gas, you're not spending too much on maintenance. Oh wait, you don't spend anything on gas for an electric car, but you know what I mean. Like, your charging bill is a lot cheaper than the gas bill. And I feel like a lot of the issues in the Middle East, especially with rising gas prices so far, right now it's not, well, it is bad, but like a few days ago it was $195. So 171, that's not as bad as 195, but that's still pretty bad. So for some of you people that are driving you know, luxury cars, you know, with that take premium, it's a lot more expensive, you know, and it sucks. So yeah, I don't miss paying for gas. Well, for this car, but I do have a gas car for road trips and stuff. And, you know, gas cars are like tried and true. Like, you know exactly how that's gonna behave, you know. With an electric car, you know, temperature really changes everything, whether you're using the AC. I mean, for a gas car, it's the same thing, but, you know, if it's really cold, you're gonna be, you know, using the AC a lot, and, you know, you're gonna have to condition the battery and everything. So, you know, for road trips, maybe an electric car might not be bad, especially, or might be pretty bad, especially if, you know, you live in colder climates, like here in Canada. They could get pretty bad. The sky looks amazing, though. Very nice cloud. I think that's one of the best features of FSD. I get to, like, see stuff like that, you know? Like, I'm not really paying attention to, like, clouds and, you know, small shit like that. So, you know, it's very nice being able to see like small things on the road while driving. Maybe I should do a video on some, like, scenic routes around Toronto or Ontario. That'd be pretty cool. yeah, and for those who actually have FSD, let me know like when you guys actually engage it. Like, do you use it all the time, like during your drives? Do you use it only for road trips or something, for long distance? Yeah, I'd like to know, because I kind of use it for everything. The only time I don't really use it is when I'm like in a rush, or sometimes I just want to drive. you know I think that's a lot of some of the fears some people have, which is honestly pretty valid, because a lot of cars are adding cameras on the inside, which I do not like. I love FSD, but like, goddamn, we need some like open source privacy something. I just don't like, like, I know privacy doesn't really exist in this day and age now, but I kind of want to. I'd fight for something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Car stays pretty well in the lane. It was a very relaxing experience. But yeah, like I was saying, some people were like afraid that like you can't drive your car in like a car like this, but with this model you can. I know like Tesla's working on the Cybercab and stuff without a steering wheel. I'm not really a fan, but obviously there is a market and there is a lot of people that might want that. I don't really know, I never did market research on a car like that, but I feel like even with this Tesla, and I feel like these older Teslas are the closest to a gas car as it can be, because I feel like with the newer Teslas, like a lot of it is more like, it's a lot more difficult. Like the stocks are gone, and it's like, you press the buttons on the steering wheel for the turn signal, and it's cool or whatever. But I feel like there's a lot more like older folks that want something that's somewhat closer to a gas car, because like a lot of people jump ship and they're on the EV train, but it's like, I still think we're in that conversion phase where people are still looking to get into electric vehicles, and they don't really know if it's the right choice for them. And the further Tesla goes into making something that isn't a good transition, like if there's a lot of friction in that transition, like obviously a few months into Tesla you might get really used to it, but older folks might feel so much friction that they might just hate it and not want to learn it. And I feel like there should have been a few generations of these easy to switch to Teslas like this one before they start making some crazy stuff. But what do I know? I don't really know the market that well. I don't even know if what I'm saying even is the truth, but I feel like that's just my experience, but that's also a bias, I guess. So let me know what you guys think. Like, let me know if you guys agree with that, like if there's a lot of friction with changing to a Tesla from a gas car, like a typical gas car. I know modern cars are getting very advanced, and I'm like 50-50 on it. I like the advanced stuff, but I also like, if it isn't broke, like, don't fix it. Like everything going on the touch screen, like I like it in the Tesla, but I feel like other cars need to, like, I don't know, there just need to be like some sort of middle ground, instead of everything just becoming like something pretty bad. stops very well, and now we're gonna have to take this left turn and then into the plaza right there. So this might be pretty challenging a little bit for the Tesla, but it shouldn't be too bad. We get in advance, that helps a lot. But there's a car making a right turn, so we will see what it does. It lets the car pass, switches lanes, and goes into the plaza. So yeah, if you guys like the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the playlist down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.